Delayed. Brooks forgot to give us a thumbs up as soon as we went live.
Get it together, man.
It's okay. How are you all on this Wednesday? Welcome back to the Makers Gonna Learn channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Lauren and this is Miss Sadie. And today we are going to be doing something that you all tend to really love when we do stuff like this.
Yeah.
We don't have a plan. We don't have a direction that we're going yet. We are going to be doing this live with you all, start to finish. No idea of what this shirt is going to look like, but
literally no idea. Lauren was like, I don't even know what we're doing today.
Well, it was one of those things that we will sometimes like at least have a little bit of a plan. We didn't want to have a plan at all, zero plan. So I was like, okay, if you all want me to come in here with no plan, we're gonna do this together. We are going to find and research some trendy designs together. We are going to show you how to utilize ChatGPT if you want to for maybe an image generation, but we're also going to take that image, put it into Cricut, use an MGL font or different files to kind of put it all together and make a really cute Halloween design.
Yeah.
I am super excited. Honestly, not gonna lie, a little bit nervy. A little bit nervous.
If we mess up, they love seeing us fail.
Oh, I know.
We're gonna work through everything together
Yes.
and explore all the prompts together, and it's gonna be so good.
And if you haven't been around when we've used ChatGPT, I'm gonna show you a little trick that I like to use to get a good prompt.
Okay.
So we're gonna do this together. I am just gonna go ahead and tell you guys, I'm using my personal ChatGPT, which has not done a lot of image generation. So if it doesn't work, I'm just letting you know.
Buckle up.
Right now, we're gonna hope that it works. Sometimes it does.
It's the test.
Sometimes it doesn't. Me not know. Any Hoosier. Just to let you guys know, we are officially less than a week away from our next level maker boot camp, where we are going to be taking it to the next level with crafting. That is going to start September the 2nd, so the day after Labor Day, next Tuesday. If you haven't already registered, make sure that you click that link. Is that the link that we have pinned?
Yes.
Make sure you click that link that we have pinned at the top of the chat and get registered for our next level maker boot camp. We have so many things going on that week. We have giveaways. We have amazing projects. I'm telling you, it's definitely going to be a week that you do not want to miss.
Absolutely.
It's going to be so much fun.
So good.
Also, since we're at the top of the show going over everything that I need to let you guys know about, Tanner also wanted me to make sure that I let you guys know that this round we have been enrolling some passive earner students. If that is something that you are interested in, we only have like 2 or 3 spots left for this round. That is going to be closing very soon. So if you want to get in on this round with a new coach to get started getting your Etsy shop open before the holidays, because I promise you the holidays are the biggest time of the year for Etsy, and it's going to be
booming already.
It's booming. Yeah. You heard it from one of the Etsy experts herself. It's already booming. You're going to want to get in and get that started. So if you want to join Passive Earners, make sure you book a call with one of our success team coordinators. We would love to have you in the program, so make sure you do that before the end of this week.
You have to.
You have to.
Yes.
So with all of that being said, because we are kind of on a little bit of I won't say a time constraint, but I am going to limit this, so I need you to watch the clock for me.
I got you, girl.
We are going to try to do this from start to finish, let's say 45 minutes.
Okay.
You
heard it here first.
I'm going to challenge myself, and I'm going to challenge the Cricut and chat.
Oh my goodness.
So let's go ahead and hop over.
Let's do this.
And let's get started. As you can see here on the table, I have a couple different color shirts that we might go with. I have some printable, I think this is the DTV. Yes, this is the Caesar Easy Color DTV. I might have to go out and grab some other vinyls. I don't know where we're going with this. So
we're in this together.
We're totally in this together. And once again, I'm just letting you know, I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Let's just go ahead. Good juju, good vibes. It's gonna happen. It's gonna do everything we want it to do. So let's go ahead and we're gonna hop on over and we're gonna start the process of finding a trendy Halloween shirt. So first thing I'm going to do, I do have chat pulled up. I do have Canva pulled up. I'm gonna start here and I'm just gonna go to Google first and I'm just gonna type in trendy Halloween shirt and we're just gonna see what we find. And remember, I'm trying my best to stay within our time frame. So, okay, I'm seeing some that I like already. I like the icons on that one. Obviously, I really like the cute ghost always. Spooky season is cute. I personally, this year-round witch, I like that one too. So we've got some ideas here. But another thing that we can do is we can start here with our trendy designs. Okay, so I've got some ideas. I see the dancing skeletons is still, actually that Goosebumps is.
Is that not so cute?
That
when
is
I was doing
very
print on
cute.
demand, I had a Goosebumps shirt in my shop, but I decided to pivot. But it was so cute.
That is super cute. I like that
So
Goosebumps
cute.
shirt. And so I just like starting on Google and seeing what is like top on Google first. And then what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to hop over to Etsy and I'm just going to type in Halloween shirt.
Yes. I'm honestly surprised that the dancing skeletons are still in. Those have been a thing for
I know.
years.
I know. Like I feel like it started for sure like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's not really, it's still trending. Like obviously when we type in Halloween shirt, was it listening to us?
That's scary.
Is it listening to us? Who knows? Who knows? This little ghost with the black cat reading in front of a library is also really cute. I'm just looking for ideas at this point. That one could be cute. So we have some ideas. I really like the Hello Darkness, My Old Friend too.
That is so cute.
Actually, I have an idea in mind.
Okay.
I have an idea in mind that I've not seen on here, but we may try it. We may try it. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to start with chat. This is my little trick. If I don't really know where I want to go and I'm not going to use a reference photo, I'm going to have chat create a prompt for image generation, because the biggest thing with ChatGPT, if you are doing it for, let's say, graphic generation or whatever, and here's the thing, I don't think that you need to use chat just by itself to create the whole thing.
Yes.
I feel like you need to pull out certain parts that you need help creating. Let's say, for example, this one that I'm going to do, I'm going to use 2 crows. However, I want it to be in a like illustrative, like sketchy design. So I'm going to tell chat, can you create an AI prompt for image generation that has or includes, can you create a descriptive, I want to make sure I put descriptive AI prompt for image generation that will include I'll just say that has 2 crows in a trendy illustrative design. Beautiful. Okay. And then it creates a prompt for me. Okay. So then I'm going to read over the prompt. So it says a trendy hand illustrated design featuring 2 crows perched closely together on a branch. The crows should be sleek and stylized with clean, bold outlines, minimal shading, subtle textural details that give a modern illustrative feel. All of that is great. Their feathers have slight geometric or folk art patterns. I don't want that. The background is minimal and airy. I want nothing. I just want the crows, no background. And this says a muted retro color palette. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, before I copy and paste this, it says, would you like for me to create a few style variations for this prompt? Yes, can you please create, let's say 4 different style variation. Let me spell it right. Style variations of this prompt. In these 4 other prompts, I do not want a background and I want the design to stay black and white. But yeah, we'll just say black and white. Got it. Okay. Here is the minimal line art, folk art engraving style, whimsical sketch style, geometric modern style. So now we have 4 different styles that we can choose from and kind of go from there. So once again, we are reading over this, and I do want to answer some questions. So Carol says, why didn't you just ask ChatGPT to generate the illustration instead of doing an extra step by asking for the prompt? Carol, have you tried to ask ChatGPT just for an image that is as basic as this? If you've not, I would love for you to go try, because with ChatGPT, you have to give it the style you want. You have to give it direction you want to go. You have to be very communicative with AI prompts, or you're not going to get what you want. So this just cuts out one more step, and this is giving me 4 different styles that I can choose from without having to go through and really hone in my own prompt generation. This is just a quick way of doing this. So what I can...
If you were to just type your own basic prompt,
we can do that.
You're going to be correcting it over and over until it gives you something you want.
Yeah.
So when you create these long prompts with ChatGPT, I feel like they just give you better ideas than what you could have thought of, and more precise image generation than if you were to just throw in 2 crows in a sketch style.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Correct. So I am from here. So I have my library, so I can open my sidebar. Where did it go? No. Where did my chats go?
No.
Did I just lose it?
No.
Are you kidding me? Okay. I didn't refresh. I could go back. Ha, there it is. Okay, it's just right here. Okay, whatever. I'm going with the folk art engraved style at first. So I'm going to copy this. I'm actually just going to open up a new window, and we're just going to open up chat in a new window. I'm going to come down here to this plus, and then I'm going to go to create image, and let me just show you if I just type it in. Can you create an illustrative graphic of 2 crows perched on a branch. Basic. So this is me just telling chat what I want without going through and having it actually create an image generation prompt for me. This is just me typing out a very basic sentence. Now it's going to take you a few minutes to do this. So just give it some time. But while that is doing, I'm just going to open up another window, and I'm going to paste in the hand carved, like the folk art hand carved style. And actually, I need to come down here to create image. So I've gone to the plus sign, create image, chosen that. You can choose a style if you want to. For this one, I've already told it the style that I want. And we're gonna go and let that generate, and we'll come back here. And I mean, like, this is not bad.
Yeah.
It is not bad at all. It's not really exactly what I wanted. But you can see, you can still get an image that can be used just by typing in a very basic. Now, more of what I was wanting, we'll see if it comes up with more of what I was going for here. And I really think that you all are gonna like where I'm going with this design. So while that's popping up, I am gonna go to the Makers Gonna Learn website, because I'm going to use a ChatGPT created image, but I'm going to use Makers Gonna Learn fonts. So I'm gonna come over here to the fonts. And this is more of what I was going for, but why did it cut off their tails?
Road.
So now I'm just going to say, okay, it didn't say anything. But we're just gonna say, love this image, but I would like to see all of both crows, please. And we'll go.
I feel like you should also tell it not to change anything.
Yeah, I love this image. Let's see. Let's just delete this. Please do not change anything about this image, but make it to where you can see all of both the crows. Done. Okay, now while we're doing that, this is just how I work. I'm gonna let that do that. I'm gonna hop back over to Makers Gonna Learn, and I'm gonna find a font that I think is gonna go with this. I really like Cauldron, but I'm not really thinking that the curly Q's with like the S's and the C's are going to be but maybe I'm not gonna use, I don't want to tell you, actually I might use Cauldron. Let's download Cauldron. So we're gonna download this and install it onto our computer. So to do that, you're gonna click the arrow pointing down, you're gonna double click that OTF or open typeface font. We are going to click install, and we are going to install that on our computer. Then I'm going to pop back over here. I'm gonna get a couple different, Spellbound could be cute for this one. So we're gonna download it. Once again, double clicking that, installing that font. I'm assuming it got installed. And then I'm just gonna keep looking and seeing if there's anything else. Now those are 2 new fonts. I do love them. They're really, really cute for Halloween. There's also another one called Jeepers that we have. that is really cute if you are also wanting to create let's say a Halloween design. The Jeepers would be really cute. I think I might go with Spellbound though. So we've got those done. Oh, there we go.
It's perfect.
That's more of what I was looking for.
Cute.
Other than, actually, I think I like them like that. So what we're gonna do is we're going to download this. Allow. We're going to download these images. Nakia says Frightmare is another one. Let's look.
There's so many.
There are a lot of
amazing
good,
fonts.
like a lot of good. Ooh, Frightmare is good too.
That's cute.
Let's download it just in case. Who knows? Who knows? Listen, I'm on a time constraint. I've put myself on a time constraint, so I'm trying to go as fast as I can. So I have downloaded this. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna hop over to Canva. I'm gonna create a new design. I am going to, let's do it in 8.5 by 11 because that is how large our Caesar DTF is. Just to make sure I keep the image within the constraints that we have with our material. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my Finder real quick and then go to my recent downloads. Here is my image that I created. So I'm gonna pop it over here to my uploads. Did it upload? No. Is it going to now? Yes. Boom. Put that guy right there. I'm going to remove the background because I just want the crows. Beautiful. Look at there.
It looks so good.
Look at there. And another cool thing, if you wanted these, let's say you wanted them to be separate. I don't know if you did. A little trick of the trade that I like. Well, with this one, it's a little hard because that beak, but sometimes you can just kind of crop one side out and then duplicate it and crop the other side out. These do overlap just a little bit. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to make these larger. Yeah, we'll make these larger because I do have to put them into Design Space. So I am going to have to put these into Design Space. I'm trying to think. Actually, this is what I am going to do. I am going to do this, and I'm going to do this. Beautiful. So now this guy's kind of free floating, and then I'm going to duplicate him, but watch this. I can still bring this over here and uncrop it and uncrop this side and then just crop. I was afeared of that.
You could technically go back to the background remover and manually
Oh yeah,
erase.
we can do that. So
Oh,
we'll go
okay.
back to the background remover here. And we could just manually erase this right here.
Bye.
Bye. See ya, bye. And now look. Now both of these guys are kind of like on their own. And I can, if I wanted to, you could upload them together, or we can duplicate this page and I can delete this guy here, have him right here, and then this guy here. I'm just forward thinking. I am thinking I want these images, I wanted to kind of manipulate them in Canva, download them, upload them back into Cricut Design Space, and that way I can move them around depending on where I put my words.
Yeah.
That's why I did it this way versus just leaving the image as is. So now what we can do is we can go to share. I'm going to show you how you can download this without removing the background, just in case you don't have Pro. If you don't have Pro, you can't do the background remover. You could do the background remover in Cricut Design Space, and I can show you how to do that. So what we're going to do now is I'm just going to download both of these. I am going to go ahead and do it as a transparent background. I'll show you. I'll upload the actual ChatGPT image into Design Space and show you how to remove the background from there. So I guess I will just go ahead and do transparent background and click download. So once I have done that, I'm now going to come over here to Design Space. I'm going to go to New Project, okay? We're gonna go to Upload, Upload Image. Now I can bring my Finder back into view and I can just pop these guys. Well, you do have to do one at a time with Design Space. So let's start with this one. Why is it not dragging and dropping? There we go. Continue, apply and continue. I want this as a flat graphic. Continue. Jan, what did I do to not include the branch? I didn't have it in my prompt. I don't think with that prompt I had the branch portion. So now I'm going to come back over here to upload, upload image, bring our Finder back into view. Now we need to do the number 1, facing the opposite way. It was a little bit smaller, flat graphic, beautiful, upload. So now we have both guys here. Love that. Now, if you are just going from chat straight to Design Space, here is how I would do it. Once again, you're gonna go to Uploads. I'm going to bring in my Finder. It's kind of the same process. If you wanna cut Canva out, you can. The designing is gonna be a little bit different. So what you would do is you're just gonna straight up upload this image. You're gonna go to Continue. Here is where if you wanted to erase this background, so the automatic background remover is a Cricut Access only tool. So you can, if you have Cricut Access, you can click remove this background. If not, you can manually select, and we can just select that like beige area, and it kind of does the same thing for you, and it is free. So then you can go to apply and continue, and you can upload that as a flat graphic. The only thing is they are going to be together, and you can't like manually move them. So let's scroll over here. Whoa.
Oh my gosh.
Do you all see what that did? So it did remove the background, but what is going on with all of these little pieces?
That's intense.
That is very intense.
That's awful.
What, and also, why is it allowed to contour if this is a print and cut?
That's true. That's weird.
I mean, yeah, you can contour them out. I didn't realize that you could. Also, do you see all of these little, what is going on
There's like
here?
a million little. That's crazy.
I mean, I guess you can go to hide all contours. Where's the one that's not hidden? Oh, that guy? Wow. That's a lot, but I mean, yeah, you can. I didn't know you could contour out print and cut. I've never seen that option available. Maybe, and it says, was that an update? Maybe. I don't know. That's the first time I've ever seen that. But just so you all are aware, if you do the background remover, although it was a solid color, I just want to make sure you all see all of these little spots here. And if you left the image as is, your Cricut is going to try to cut all those little spots.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Your machine's going to be freaking out.
It's going to freak out. It's going to freak out. Okay? So, that's another workaround. I still, let's look at do you see how much, which this one has, look, if you look at this one, do you see how smooth these lines are on the edge of this one that we did in Canva? Now there are little pieces down here in the feet that I'm going to click hide all contours because I don't want Cricut to do that. This is definitely something, in my opinion, you need to check. If it gives you the option to contour, check it. But you saw how smooth those lines are versus the lines here where we just manually removed the background in Cricut. Do you all see how jagged that is? That is going to mean that your Cricut is going to sound like as it's cutting. Like it would be wild. It would be wild. So if you're okay with that and you're okay with it doing it that way, by all means go ahead. Just know that doing it from Canva it does make it a little bit cleaner, but that is obviously a personal preference. So now that we have our crows here, I am going to start the process of designing my shirt for Halloween. So first thing I'm gonna do, and actually I might just make this for myself since we have a shirt here that's gonna look really good, and I think you guys are gonna like what it says too. I think you're gonna like what it says. So we have our crows. I'm going to bring in a text box. I did pull my shirt out, so let's go overhead. Before I really start designing, I want to find my area that I want to work inside of. So when you are designing your shirt, measure your area. So I don't really want it to go over 11 inches. Here is my start, here's my stop. So I'm going to do 11 inches. I think 11 by 11 will be good. This is a size medium shirt, so that's why it's a little bit smaller. So I have my text box, but I'm also gonna bring in a shape, and I'm just going to make this shape 11 by 11, and I'm going to turn it into a guide. That way I can know exactly how large I need to make my design. So that right there tells me that both of my crows are way too big. We definitely need to size them down. And now that's gonna be more like a t-shirt design. So what I'm doing now, I did forget to reload Cricut Design Space after uploading my new fonts. So my first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over here to save. I'm going to save this design as Halloween shirt. And we'll just click save. And now if you have downloaded new fonts onto your computer while you are designing, you do need to come up here to view and you need to reload Design Space after you save so that it recognizes all the new fonts. So now I'm gonna come up here to font. I'm going to go to my system fonts, and I am just going to type in MGL. And you can see we literally only have the two fonts that we just downloaded. We got a new computer, guys, in case you didn't know. In case you didn't know. So we'll try this one first. Oh, okay. That's something good to know about this font, is that it's a textured font. There's nothing wrong with that. But it may be a little bit tricky when you are cutting it if it is a textured font like this. So let's look at Spellbound. That cauldron though fits the vibe.
It really does.
It just fits the vibe. Okay, we're just gonna go with it. Let me make it a little bit smaller. Okay.
I'm so curious to see what you're gonna type right now.
Hold on. Did I not? I didn't spell attempted right.
You attempted to.
I attempted to spell it right.
Stop.
That's my Halloween shirt.
Stop.
Because a murder of crows is 3 or more, so we only have 2 crows with attempted murder.
Exactly.
It's not full. It's not a murder of crows.
Stop.
Anyway, that's my Halloween shirt design.
How did you even think of that? I would never thought.
Actually, me and my best friend Lindsay were talking about this design, and she was like, "I really want a shirt that says that." I was like, "That's so cute. I love that."
You're like, I know somebody who can make this.
Yeah. So here's my Halloween design.
That's hilarious.
I mean, guys, is it trending? It might be after this.
You're such a trendsetter. Who are you?
Yeah. So one thing that I am gonna do, I actually like it just as is. I like it underneath, not curved. Or do I like it? Oh, I don't want this. I want this guy. I think I like it right here.
Yeah.
Just right under it. Maybe a little bit smaller.
I
No.
think she's perfect. Cute.
Let's do it right here. I don't know. I keep going back and forth. Actually, let me take this guy to the back because he keeps getting in my way when I'm trying to. Let's duplicate this. I'm just playing around with the design at this point. Let me duplicate him again and bring this over here. And then let me just get rid of this word so that I have these two words separate. No, I don't like that. I thought maybe I might like it stacked on top and bottom. I think I just like it on the bottom.
Yeah.
I think this is it right here. Okay, so my next thing that, oh wait, I kind of like how it's stacked right there a little bit. Let me just, hold on. No, 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 I don't know. Murder attempted. Well, that's not it. It would have to be this way. I don't know. How do we feel about that? I don't like it as good.
I don't hate it, but
I don't hate it.
The simplicity of the first one is just like.
Yeah, I think we're just going to go
beat it.
with the first one. We'll just stack them kind of like this. And then just bring this guy in together. And that just goes across the bottom of all of it. Perfect. I actually might make one of them just a little bit smaller so that they kind of nestle in like that. Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Cute.
Done. Now, my next little trick that I'm going to show you guys, because I don't want this in the middle cut out with this font, but here's the problem. You can't contour out pieces when it's a font. You have to come down here to combine and you have to unite that. I think it's still not letting me do that. So maybe if I thought I united it. Let's duplicate this real quick and let's put him over here to the side just in case I mess up. This is just in case I mess up. So what I'm gonna do, this guy, we're gonna merge the layers. Okay, so merging the layers allows you to bring in the contour, and now what I can do is I can contour out like the inside pieces. And I can't go to hide all contours. That's the only problem. Because I don't want to contour out like the middle pieces of the letters. But all of these just little stragglers, I just want them gone. Just so it doesn't like confuse, like, I don't know, I don't want it cutting the vinyl, all these little pieces. I don't want to have to weed all these little pieces. Ain't nobody got time for that. So just making sure that I don't contour out any of the insides of my letters. This is the most time-consuming portion right here. Now, is that gonna, okay, no. Okay, no, cool. So I've got all those, beautiful. So you just have to merge your layers and then contour out all those little tiny pieces. Okay, so now I am going to, we're going to attach these together, number one, and then we're gonna flatten them. So now this is going to be cut out of the Caesar DTV, and I'm gonna place that on our shirt, and then I'm just gonna cut this out of black vinyl. So yeah, we are ready to make it. Let's go ahead and get rid of this guy. Let's zoom out, make sure we're good. We're gonna go to make it. We're gonna do this on the mat on a 12 by 12. This is automatically loading a tabloid size, so we need to change it to 8.5 by 11. That is print and cut, and then we need to make sure we turn the mirror on here. We're gonna start with our print and cut. This is something that is, you don't turn the mirror on when you are working with printable HTV, whether it is Caesar DTV or another brand. If it's printable HTV, you do not have to mirror because it needs to print the correct way first, and then you weed that off and you place it down on your shirt and you press it from there, okay? Lisa said, would a tiny offset do the same? So let's just go ahead, we'll just go to cancel, that's fine. And I bet I have already, so let me just show you if you're asking. So here we have, we'll just use the word text. I want to make sure that we try to answer all of your questions. So Lisa said, would a tiny offset do the same thing? What you could do if you go up here to offset, am I missing it? No, there it is. It's just little tiny. So let's say we want to do a 0.02. See what that does. It's still going to give the insides of those letters, so maybe a 0.04. Okay, so a tiny offset would get rid of some of the inside. You can still see that we have a few little pieces. It does make the font thicker, so if that's the vibe you are wanting to go for, by all means, instead of having to click contour on every single thing, you can do that, and now this is only one piece to contour. So yes, Lisa, it is doable to add a tiny offset if you want to, and it would just be a little bit less contouring out. It just depends on the style that you want the text to look like. So if we were, let's say we made this, we'll just put attempted. And then like I said, we'll go up here to offset. I think I did a 0.04. That one, let's try a 0.05 and see how thick that is. So you can see it just looks a little bit thicker than this one. And we'll move this out of the way real quick and I'll kind of size it down. So it can be done. It can be done. An inset, Lindsay, is going to make those areas actually larger. So I wouldn't do an inset, I would do an offset. But just wanted to make sure we answered that so you could see what it does. So we're gonna go back. Once again, going through the process, choosing that, changing this tabloid size to 8.5 by 11, turning the mirror on for this one, and then we will go to continue. I am going to be using our TS 9500 series printer. We are going, oh no. We've not installed printers on this computer yet.
Oh no, I was literally about to say you're at 10 minutes, Lauren, until you gotta finish your shirt.
I know.
No.
Okay, well you all might watch me install a printer real quick. Add printer. Canon TS 9500 series, add. Okay. Setting it up. Okay, it's there now. So maybe not too bad. Let's go to not now. Okay, let's exit off of this. Let's try it one more time. Oh, praise, praise. I'm gonna add bleed to this one because I do want it to kind of bleed out. I don't want any white around the edges. And then I'm always gonna be using System Dialog. We're gonna go to print. It normally pops up behind here. Here is our print, Canon TS 9500 series. We're gonna go to media and quality. We are doing this from the rear tray. I'm changing it to photo paper and changing to best quality and clicking print. Now, while that is printing, I am gonna go, or Sadie, if you would like to go grab me some black HTV.
I got you.
We can start putting some black HTV on here, and I may actually make it in my 45 minutes. While she is doing that, I'm gonna grab our heat press. And the only reason that I'm grabbing the heat press, is because I want to press the Caesar DTV on this. So I'm just going to plug this up. I probably should have already had this done. But I didn't know, in my defense, I didn't know if AI was going to be my friend or not be my friend today. And then it says, are we at 15 minutes? I think so. I think we have, Sadie said I only had 10. Sadie said I had 10. We'll see. We shall see. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
So overhead, we are just adding our black HTV to our standard grip mat. We are doing it with carrier sheet side down. And we used to always say shiny side down, and that is correct. For most HTVs, the carrier sheet is the shiny side, but we have discovered that some brands of heat transfer vinyl or HTV, if you hear me say HTV, I'm talking about heat transfer vinyl. What that means is this is a heat activated vinyl. This kind of like residue that you see on the back, that is adhesive that actually activates when heat is added to it. So you have to flip it, which is why you have to mirror your design. And this side is what we call the shiny side or the carrier sheet. But the reason I now say carrier sheet side is because some carrier sheets we have discovered are matte. So saying shiny side down doesn't always work. I am cutting this on everyday iron-on. So iron-on, HTV, heat transfer vinyl, those are all three interchangeable words that you can use for the same product. Jan says, will you have to weed the crow's bodies? Absolutely not. That is a great question, Jan. Thank you so much for asking. Because we are doing printable HTV or Caesar, it's called direct to vinyl. That's why it's DTV, directly printed to the vinyl. We do not have to weed that out, and you can see our Cricut is just going to cut the outside edge of these crows. I'm so excited about this. I'm not gonna lie.
It's gonna be so cute.
I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so we're cutting our words out first, and then after that is done, we'll switch and I will put this on the mat and we'll do a print and cut on it. And I always forget the time and temperature for Easy Color DTV. So I always like to go back and check. So we're doing a temperature of 310. So I need to set this. That is $310. We'll just leave it at 120 seconds. We were sublimating some stuff yesterday, so that's why it's on 120 seconds. But for Easy Color DTV, it's 310 degrees Fahrenheit, 155 degrees Celsius for 15 seconds. So let's go to this. Do you all hear how it's kind of like, that is because this font is textured. Now imagine it doing that with the whole part of the crows.
Oh, jeez.
Like it's,
that would be a nightmare.
It would be a nightmare. It would be a nightmare. I don't even know what I was about to say, guys. Drop in the comments what you would make for a trendy Halloween shirt. I would love to hear what you guys would make. What would be your first thing? And if Halloween's not your thing, what is the first design that you feel like you would utilize AI for to create graphics? Lisa said, why was the bleed left on for the crows? Great question. The bleed was left on for the crows because I don't want any white spots. I want it to be all black all the way to the edge. I didn't want to give my Cricut any room for error. I wanted to make sure that we were covered and there was no extra white because the insides of these crows are kind of cream, which I was thinking would go really well like with this shirt. So I didn't want any white showing, which is why I left the bleed on. So I did not check this before I unloaded it, so we're just going to pray for the best. Surely, it's everyday iron-on. It would have been fine. Okay, beautiful. It is. So I'm just going to cut this section off of my vinyl. This is the part that I need to weed. I don't need that. And now I'm just going to add my printed out design here. Burnish it down really well. It's telling me that I need to calibrate. I don't have time to calibrate. Does Cricut not know I'm on a time crunch? I'm also just cutting our Caesar DTV on everyday iron-on as well. And I'm gonna load that in, and then I'm going to weed this while that is cutting. And actually, fun fact, my favorite weeding tool are these Caesar tweezers. And I will die on that hill. Catch me dying on that hill.
Please don't.
I mean, I don't plan on it, but somebody asked me. Gun to the head, favorite weeding tool. I'm always going to say Caesar tweezers.
Caesar tweezers.
Caesar tweezers. I also just like that it sounds good together.
It sounds so funny. Caesar tweezers. At least you don't say sizer. I've heard people say that. I'm like, absolutely don't say that.
Yeah,
I hate it.
I also, I don't think knew exactly how to say it when I first started using a die cutting machine. Fun fact for those that may not know, I did not learn how to use a Cricut until working here. I had used a die cutting machine, but I learned how to use a die cutting machine on a Silhouette. Silhouette was my first die cutting machine.
I don't think I had ever heard of any die cutting machines other than a Cricut because my aunt had a Cricut, like when I was really little.
I had heard of Cricut. My mom
Yeah.
had one, but that was when it was the Expressions, the Cricut Expression, which is the one that used the cartridge. And we had no clue how to use it. You know, I think Mom got her taxes back one year and she was like, I want a Cricut. And so we got one and we didn't know how to use it and never learned.
I feel like the cartridges would just be so intimidating. They seem so complicated.
I mean, I think it really, what it boiled down to is Mom thought that she could do more with it, but at that time you had to buy like all of the different cartridges and just like kind of put it in.
Yeah.
And I don't know. We
so
were
interesting.
into scrapbooking at the time.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh. I love scrapbooking.
I'm gonna make sure that this cut, I'm gonna come around to this side before I unload, I'm just gonna make sure, oh, beautiful. Okay, now we can unload this guy. Bring it over here and very gently, because here's the thing with printable HTV is this is static on the back is what is holding it down to this piece, this back piece. So you kind of have to be gentle if you want to keep it in the same spot. Another thing with this specific printable HTV or the Caesar DTV, unless you want to place them yourself, you will need some type of heat transfer tape if you want to keep it the same. You can pick these up and lay them on the shirt manually if you want to. And I can show you guys how to do that if you really want to. And that might be what we have to do because I don't think we have any transfer tape, heat transfer tape in here. Will you go ask Holly if she can grab you a piece of...
I got you.
Yeah, thanks.
Transfer
Thanks.
tape.
Now, while we're waiting on that, ask your questions. Ask me all, ask away, ask me your questions. What questions do you have? Do you have any regarding ChatGPT, AI? I'm loving all of your suggestions. Nakia says, I was thinking a meditating skeleton, saying still trying to find inner peace. Girl, same. That would be really, really cute. Sharon says, just here for the booze. Like that one too. Y'all are like, I love these ideas. Kathy says, Christmas memories, old-fashioned family. Maybe not, Halloween's not your thing. I love it, absolutely. Cheer shirts for the little ones. Skeleton with a bow on the head saying dead but still cute. Dead inside but still cute. Love that. You all have some really, really good ideas. Lisa says, a witch silhouette with a broom. Yes, I can drive a stick. Amen. Love that one. So yeah, what we're doing now, listen, we only have a minute left before our actual time is up. But if I would have had all of my supplies here, we would have made it with our time restraint. I really think we would have done it. We would have done it. If you can't find it, we'll go with what we got. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. It's all good. Okay, so I think we have some 8.5 by 11, like some, or 12 by 12 pieces, do we not? Okay. Okay, we're just gonna do it with our hands. I'm gonna show you how to do it with your hands.
Gotta peel it like a sticker.
Yeah. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring it over here and lay this bad boy down here so I don't have to like move it around. Before I do anything else, give me just a second. I'm going to straighten this shirt out first because it was kind of like crooked. And here we go. I'm gonna press all the wrinkles out first. Oh, your head's right in front of the camera. Yes, this is it. Could you see the back of Holly's head? Well, guys, there's Holly's introduction to the channel, the back of her head. Okay, so we did find some, so I'm not gonna do that. We're actually gonna do it the right way. And I'm just gonna cut this piece in half right here so I don't have to waste any. Beautiful, so we'll go back over to our overhead. Hello, Holly. Holly's used to being in here and bringing us stuff when we're filming organic videos and not so much when we're live, so, but we adore Holly. Okay. I'm trying to get this up off the corner.
Jan says, nice head, Holly. Oh, she had her hair cute. It's in a cute little clip.
Okay. So now, this is what you would do. So this is a heat-resistant transfer tape, so it's not going to melt. That's what you're looking for, and we're just laying it down and transferring it over, just like you would regular vinyl. Like that. And now I'll bring the shirt back over here so you all can kind of see the placing of everything. So I've ironed the wrinkles out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to layer these because they don't touch. It is perfectly fine to layer we're gonna press everything at the same time, and you can see this transfer tape is going to cover. That is fine as long as the transfer tape doesn't go under what you are pressing. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to line this bad boy up where I want it, like this. And I'm going to move actually what I might do is we might do it this way. Let's cut off this edge here. I'm going to fold this in half so that we find the center of the attempted murder. There and there. Remember, I'm just creasing the top and the bottom. I'm not actually trying to crease the vinyl, just creasing the top and the bottom. And I'm just going to line it up. Can they see this, Brooks? Do y'all see how I'm doing it from the back? That way I can kind of line this up before turning it over and I can place everything down. Now, the only issue is if you do that, you do need to be careful because what I was fixing to do, placed this this over top of that, and that's not what you want. So with that being said, I think I might actually press one and then press the other. Okay. Now that I said that I was going to press them both at the same time, I want this bumped up as close as I can to the bottom of those crows. So I am going to press them twice. So I'm just going to place my crows down about 4 fingers from the top. Beautiful. Bringing it over here. You don't have to have a protective covering. This transfer tape acts as your protective covering. So we're pressing this at 310 degrees for, I think it was like, it's technically 311. We're doing 310 for 15 seconds. And then I'll bring it back over and we'll do our second one. We'll do our attempted murder at the bottom, which can be done either with a mini easy press, and actually this could probably be done with a mini easy press as well. I'm just doing it with a heat press because it's faster. Look how good those crows look on that.
Cute.
I love.
It looks so good.
I know, it really does. And then we're gonna place our attempted murder here. And I am just going to bring in this same piece, covering everything just to make sure that it is protected. And then we're gonna bring it back over here and we're gonna probably do for 15 more seconds, just to kind of get it in there. And then we're done.
I love that the background of the crows is like the exact color of the shirt.
I know.
How did you do that?
I did it kind of strategically. Strategery.
I was worried that it wouldn't match, but it does.
And now, just taking our time, peeling this back. Boom.
Stop it.
We have a Halloween shirt
It's perfect.
that we made in around 45 minutes utilizing ChatGPT and AI. What do you guys think?
It is precious. I love it.
I'm obsessed with it. I mean, I want to bring it over here so you can see it close up.
Yes. Oh my God. Okay, the details for one, because this is printed, that is beautiful. Because it looks like it's sketched on the shirt.
It looks like it's sketched on the shirt. Like,
that is so cute. If you would have told me you made that with a Cricut, like if I saw someone wearing that, I'd be like, oh, you got that from Etsy. No. It looks so good.
I mean,
That's so cute.
I want you guys to think of the possibilities.
Yes.
Honestly, when it comes to creating things that you want, and honestly, last minute things, like,
That was so fast.
that was so fast.
That's crazy.
Anyway,
And you can make anything.
You
like,
can
I'm
make
thinking like a
anything.
little black cat for Halloween.
that would be super cute in the
So
same
cute.
style.
Yes, the same
Like,
style.
so now that we have this style, like AI has generated this style for us, we can use this as a starting point and say, utilizing the same style as the crows, create me a black cat that would look exactly like
It's
this.
so cute. Wearing a little witch hat.
Wearing, I mean, so many ways you can go with this. So many ways you can go with this.
I love it.
If you haven't already, make sure you click that link that we have pinned. We want to make sure you get registered for our next level boot camp.
Yes.
Excuse me. It is happening next week, September the 2nd, Tuesday, September 2nd through Friday, September 5th. We are taking our crafting to the next level. We are going to be creating some amazing projects that I think are going to blow your guys' minds. And like I said, we're really going to be stretching your imagination. We're going to be tapping into some potential that maybe you didn't know you had. So make sure you get registered for that boot camp. And if you are interested in learning how to sell on Etsy, if you were part of the Etsy effect, or you were in the room and you want to get signed up, make sure you book your call with one of our client success coordinators. They're going to get you started. Remember, doors close for this part, or for Passive Earners program, for this, what sometimes we call them cohorts internally, this group of people. It closes the end of this week, so make sure you get signed up now so that you can get a jump start on your holiday shirts.
Yes.
Make sure you get in there.
Now is the time.
Now is the time. Next
Yes.
month, too late.
Honestly, yeah. It's so true. People are buying. I had people buying like fall and Halloween stuff in July.
Yeah. So people are starting to buy Christmas stuff now.
Yeah.
And people are the holidays, not just Christmas, all of the holidays, people are spending money in Q4. So if you want your piece of the pie, you need to get in on it.
Now.
Get in now. So glad to be here with you guys today. I had an amazing time.
So
Honestly, I'm walking away with a pretty dope t-shirt afterwards.
Your friend is going to be jealous.
I
Now
know.
she's going to want one.
I'll probably just give it to her.
So cute.
But join us back here next week. Actually, tomorrow we are posting a video that I think you all definitely need to check out. You're going to have to watch it to see if Tanner accidentally broke Ashley's Eufy Make printer.
Yeah.
There was an issue with it. I watched it, so make sure you watch that video tomorrow. It's a pretty fun one.
worth a
It's a
watch.
very fun one. But we will be back here live with you all week next week, Tuesday through Friday. Giveaways, lots of education, lots of amazing projects. You're not going to want to miss it. Make sure you get signed up, and we will see you guys next week.